Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. My second video in one day. This is a record. Okay, turn number 53 of Tactical Briefing. Doing my blood magic research. Here it goes, carrying on. You know my targets. We've already talked about it. A little bit of Call of the Winds. Abyssia fights. An Animist and some boars. Interesting choice. But Helheim's counter-attacking. Oh, with a Wraith Lord. This is interesting. Let's see what he's trying out here. Wraith Lords are immortal, so this may work out well. He didn't kill much, but perhaps he has a plan. Now, has he put gear on the Wraith Lord? A tiny bit. A Ring of Fire. Not a bad choice. Very inexpensive, and if he loses it... Being immortal is great, except that if you have any gear, you'll lose that gear. So he's cast himself invulnerability. That's not going to do him a heck of a lot of good against fire damage. But he did put on the Ring of Fire, and he's tossed Soul Vortex. And here he comes. I bet you he's going to come forward. No, it looks like he did hold ×3 after the 2. But he's going to be hard-pressed not to die to elephants. So far he's made it. Is he going to get any elephants? No, he's taking a bit of damage, but he's getting it back through the Vortex. Oof. That's quite a bit of damage. He's lost half his hit points already from trampling. He still survived, but too bad he doesn't have fear. Getting rid of those elephants might have made this work for him. Trouble is, here comes the burning ones, and they're going to crunch him in a major way. I'm still kind of shocked those elephants haven't run away. They've taken quite a bit of damage. But they did trample him, and decay is doing them in. Other people can talk to you about decay. You can look it up. It's a pretty simple thing. And here's a significant army on the part of Helheim. 30 Herdlings with 3 Vanjarls. I'm curious to see how this is set up. See if he's using any gear or if it's just a fairly straightforward fight. No, looks like pretty standard stuff, but let's take a look. Gear? No gear. So he's using them as leaders and battle magi. And he's facing an insignificant amount of province defense. So we've checked out the script. I don't need to watch this to know how it works. And we attacked in Great Woods. Those huge pile of imps and the bows. Let's see how those bows of warrior worked. I'm kind of curious. See if they were actually worth the effort involved to get them prepped and going. So we should see some arrows flying over. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. It's a decent way to cause some damage, which does cause some morale checks and might cause them to run away before I lose any imps. And the imps will be coming this turn. There they go. And they've surrounded that Phantasmal Warrior, a bit of a waste. Banish is going to hurt them a little bit, but we could see that was successful. And we took over another fortress. Again, he's decided not to bother even garrisoning them. So he's running for home. I've stockpiled a good bunch of slaves. You can see after I move these guys forward, I build a temple and I start restocking things and getting them ready to go. And I've started casting some lesser horrors. So that's a nice way. I'm going to try to take out these amber clans using lesser horrors. Rather than have troubles by risking these fairly decent but not really adequate Triton Guards. These are one of my favorite troops. The Triton Guards for 10 and 3 with the shield and a coral spear. They can kill things very effectively. You get a fair bit of attrition, but also, I should have mentioned that there. Take a quick look. Move 19. So used properly, you can treat them as cavalry underwater due to their move. Other things happening. More horrors. I could see it doesn't look like I've been casting any... Oh, we're going to get some Twahuilpuchis. Hopefully I said that right. Kind of makes sense to me. Twahuilpuchi. Yeah, I like that. Normally I just read them in my mind, but since I'm actually talking to you, I should make the effort to try to pronounce things as effectively as I can. Not that Spanish or Aztec are my forte, and I guess that sounds funny because there's no relationship between Spanish and Aztec. And I don't seem to be casting any Reign of Toads. Perhaps at this point in time, it's been a long time since I played this game. Looking at it, he's got his Unrest in hand in all of these 3 forts. So I probably have decided that as far as the economic war, it's pretty much done. Now I'm just going to take those fortresses. I'm going to make a jump here, throw those devils across. The folks here at Niffle are still sitting still a little bit longer. Oh, I see. I'm grabbing some more Jaguar Fiends. I'm going to bring up the army size a little bit. I think I might have been concerned about bumping with Abyssia. But beyond that, turn 53 is pretty straightforward, but I'm going to have to think about those Wraith Lords. That's a change-up. I think I pretty much had the Vanyarl Thugs and the Halherdings in hand, but Wraith Lords, that'll change things. And I remember from when this game occurred, I did come up with a very effective technique for managing them, but it's probably not what you would have expected. So there's the Horrors being cast, making some more Ocelotls, Jaguar Fiends, getting some Twilhupichis, and there was the battle in Lake Purple. So did it work? Well, I lost all the Horrors, but I got rid of all the Amber Clans. I don't know. These new Horrors are kind of weird. You get some really great things and some really crappy oddball little things. I mean, look at this guy, move 5. He's not even going to get into the fight. But I do have the teleporting ones, and they popped over, and I think basically they're just going to make him run away. Chances are they would have died, all those Horrors. But the trick with Horrors is their fear is so excellent. You take a quick look. Where are we? Where's their fear? Fear 10. Well, that's enough to just about send anybody running if you get enough of them. So let's watch here. Yeah, 2 of the Horrors are dead, and they're rushing for the other ones. But again, now they've got to overcome the fear. And these little gaffers. What's the... I don't know those guys. Oh, I can't even get a click on them. Oh, they're gone. You know what? I'm thinking I might have had a battle replay bug there. That province is now empty, but the replay didn't look right. Well, there's been some issues with battle replay inversions. We'll live with that. But it kind of makes these videos as not as good as they would have been if I'd have been a little more timely at the time. And I think beyond that, there's not a lot to say. You can see that army that cleared out Juek is now clearing things in the White Forest and so on. Now, White Forest. That was a Helheim province. Borale, my devils took a bit of a beating. That didn't work. Where did they end up? They're all scattered over here. Well, they only had one retreat, so that was handy. So I'm moving them forward to try and take out here at Queen Forest. Overall, we're doing the best we can. In research, it'd be interesting to take a quick look. I'm still rushing up blood magic. So I think we have a little bit of time here to look at turn number 55. So my video isn't terribly long, as long as 55 isn't full of huge amounts of action that I can't cover in the time. Oh, a dire portent. Calum has unleashed the 4 winds. So what global is that? I don't recognize that one. Perpetual Storm. Well, that puts a kink in all my flying units. And Helheim got up Well of Misery, so that's where he's getting all those nasty Wraith Lords. Going down here, I build an armies, tossing out Rain of Toads again. So I guess I misspoke last turn. I decided to go back at it. Yeah, there's the Well of Misery, which that's giving Helheim a lot of gems, but it actually increases my income too. It increases everyone's income. It's not a bad option. Some fights. Oh, that one wasn't terribly successful. A little bit on the small side. In Berman Heights, in Dragon Point. Oh, my Devils and Imps did fairly well. In Aeoli, he counterattacked. Knocked me out of that province. Where's Aeoli? That's over here. So he's getting pretty aggressive coming back at me. Then the last fight is in Green Waters, and it was empty. So now I have the potential to expand in the water. I'm not going to worry about the unexpected events. In Felden Forest, they're starting to starve. Have I started building any food items? I have not. I guess my plan is I wasn't going to sit there long enough for it to really matter. Some Jaguars and some leadership. Oh, and I believe I forgot about the fact that this game was played before the wonderful W key, the wait command, was brought into the game. Such an improvement for the micromanagement of this game. And I do want to take a look at research. We're coming up there. Okay, Here's this next target. Where are we here? Archdevils. That I want. That's going to give me some seriously powerful fire magi. Give me fire battle magic. Perhaps some heavy thugs. I wouldn't call them SCs. But we'll have a look and see how I chose to use them. As if folks have questions, you can always hit me on the forums. And of course, this is a little on the late side. Oh, I did want to have a look here. Some trolls. Oh, look at that. I completely forgot about that I attacked in green waters with some trolls. Sweet. That was worthwhile. Easy way to grab some extra provinces in the water. Not a big fan of trolls. They have some problems, but they are fairly cost effective for what you get, and there's good things you could do with them. Their biggest problem is they've got the 2 claws with weapon length 0. Actually, I'm sorry, they don't even have claws, they have 1 fist. Does good damage, but it's got a very low attack rating. So they have a hard time killing things. They can soak a lot of damage, but killing is not their forte. Now he's tossed up a water power. I wonder if he's going to toss up something interesting. He's got a gem, so maybe he's going to toss out some water elementals. No, it looks like the gem use didn't get triggered. I'm going to pop out, take a look at green waters here, and see what script I gave him. I did have him put up a water elemental, but there wasn't enough opponents to bother. Now, I'm not sure why he's not moving. I guess perhaps I just wanted to see if he can defend against the Wraith Lord. Or this turn file isn't exactly what it should be. My preference, given the situation, would be to have him do sight search here and see if he can kill that Wraith Lord with a water elemental. So now I'm moving into the water. That's going to assist me, get me some more gold, and most importantly, a nice place to find some gems, because you can see I'm throwing Voice of Tiamat out. That's good enough for turn number 55. Alright, my friends. Take care, have a good one. Out for a rip, eh?